The women's national team will take on France in Paris. Huge game of the World Cup on Friday. Tim Howard had a long and glorious run in net for the men's national team. He joins us now on the MSG 150 Speed Dial presented by Fios by Verizon. Tim, thanks so much for joining us. We've got a lot of soccer to talk about, but we also know you're a huge Knicks fan. What do you think about them taking R.J. Barrett Thursday night, third overall in the draft? I loved it. To get a player like R.J. at number 3, I thought was pretty impressive. He's, with the free agents that I think they can land, hopefully two of them, it's the start of something good, and it's been a long time. So I'm used to the good old days of the late 90s where we used to have those battles with Miami and New York, and Chicago. So hopefully we'll get back to that.
And see, when you say that you're old enough to remember those years and the 90s and everything like that, you definitely tell your age. I won't tell it. You can. But the fact that you're playing over 40, how are you feeling, and how much longer do you think you can play?
Well, this is my last year. I announced my retirement earlier before preseason started. I'm 40 years old. I feel good for 40, but it still hurts when I get out of bed every morning. So you just get to a point where the time comes.
Cam, you made 121 total appearances in net for the men's national team. When you look back on all of your experience with the national team, any memories stand out?
I'm a lucky boy. I have so many, I can't even count them. But going to 3 World Cups with the groups that I did, and we had a couple of really good runs throughout my time there at major tournaments. And those are the games you remember. 2010, watching Landon run down the wing and combine with Clint Dempsey and score that goal against Algeria to send us through to the next round. Moments like that I'll remember forever.
Yeah, you had a shutout in that game against Algeria as well. And I know you recently, I think it was the other day, put out the tweet that it's the 9-year anniversary from that incredible moment and that run, getting to the quarterfinal of the World Cup. I know you've been asked this a million times because the 2010, and it does feel like yesterday, because how the whole country just got behind that team, was gripped by this.
Yeah.
The next World Cup, a little bit of success, but weren't able to build off of what happened in 2010. And then obviously in the last one, we don't qualify. What is it going to take? Like when we watch the women's team, we see the success they have.
Sure.
Does you keep asking yourself, what is it going to take to get the men's side to find such success?
Hard work.
Yeah.
Our women are the best players in the world. They're the best team in the world. The men have to keep climbing and keep fighting. And but it's been like that ever since the beginning of time. I can remember being a kid in 1990 watching our team of basically college kids go over to Italy and qualify for a World Cup for the first time in 40 or 50 years. And we've always been struggling for recognition and dominance. And so that'll continue. Obviously, our players are getting much better. The MLS is producing top players. And we have some really talented players in Kristen Pulisic and Weston McKennie playing Champions League football. And, these are going to be the guys that have to drive us forward.
We know you're watching the women very closely. What do you think is most important for them to beat France on Friday?
I like the fact that they had a bit of a dogfight against Spain. It's like when we talk hoops all the time, right? It's like the college basketball team that goes undefeated. You'd rather lose before the tournament, right? Just so you know what it feels like, so you're not too high on your horse. And I think it's been good. Our women dominated so many of these games leading into the World Cup in the first couple of games. It was good to get tested. So now they have that feeling in their belly. They'll go out against France, and they won't take anything lightly.
Now that you've announced your retirement, what are your plans post-career? What have you got in store?
Well, I think I'm going to stay in front of the camera. I'm going to do some television work. It's what I enjoy. The game of football has given me so much, and it's what excites me. Whether I'm playing, that's the ultimate excitement, but certainly calling games and analyzing them, I'd never be too far away from it. And I have an ownership stake in Memphis 901 FC, which is a USL soccer team. And more big things to come on that side. So ownership and television is definitely where I feel like that's where my future lies.
For more great videos from the MSG 150, check out right there. And remember, our show is on Monday through Thursday, 8 to 10:30 p.m. on MSG Network and MSG Go.